What are the different jobs in core programming field?
So let me first, before getting into that, let me talk a little bit more about the actual technologies used.
Right.
Once I mention the languages, then they will start sounding familiar to the students. Right?
Yeah.
So first the front end. That's typically, basically what the website looks like, and the interactions, the movements, the animations that are happening on the website when you visit it.
Right.
So this largely comes in three flavors, right? The most popular, HTML, of course, everything is HTML, right?
Yeah.
That's just the basic. But on top of that, the most common way to do a slick front end is JavaScript, right? That's one. And Ajax is just one of the aspects of JavaScript. Another way of doing rich interactive websites is Flash. So Adobe's Flash. That basically it is a platform which allows for much more interaction, much richer front ends.
Right.
But then it's also a little more difficult to do, and so it really more design heavy websites use it. So movie websites will use it, designers, artists websites will use it. Other sites might not use it so much. A third category in that is a newer thing called HTML5. So basic JavaScript and HTML are good, but not as rich as Flash. Flash is very rich and good, but it is proprietary, right? So not everybody likes that. HTML5 is an attempt to bridge the gap, where it will be an open standard, but it's just as rich as Flash, and it will include sound and video and offline storage and so on. But HTML5 is not there yet, right? So as far as the front end is concerned, these are the three major areas. Everybody has to learn HTML and CSS. Then you either go into JavaScript or you go into Flash. Those are the technologies for which jobs are there right now. And HTML5 is what is coming in the future. Maybe 2 years from now, it will be pretty fun. As far as the backend is concerned, right, there the number of choices is much wider. In that I would break it up into open source and Microsoft. Right? So on the Microsoft side, there is .NET, there is C#, there is ASP, all of those. They're pretty much close to each other.
Right.
So that's one whole area that you can do. And on the open source side, by far the most popular is PHP. But it is also one of the easiest languages to learn. So the number of PHP programmers out there is very large. The competition is high. Also PHP, many real programmers don't consider PHP to be such a nice language. So the newer, cooler languages exist. So Ruby is one particularly popular language, where if you manage to learn Ruby, there are interesting and challenging jobs in Ruby, much fewer than PHP, but then Ruby programmers are not easy to find. So you manage to learn it, it's harder, but then getting a job will be easier. Similarly, Python is another language in the same category. So it's a very elegant, high-level language, much better than PHP. A third category there is Java. So this PHP, Python, Ruby, they are languages which allow you to build websites very quickly and come out with new features very quickly. But larger companies don't like that so much. They want everything to be very, process should be very popular, testing should be there, and so on. For them, then Java is the language they like, and that kind of fits in with, all students are taught Java, right?
Yeah.
So Java is also a pretty good language in terms of development. So that's the landscape, so to say, of the technologies.